Hello, and welcome to the Human Resources Development Steps to Job Hunting Success Employability Skills class. I'm your presenter, Josephine Wallace-Koonce. The following steps will lead you to job success, job search, applications, interviews, job retention, follow-ups, and success. First, the job search. To be successful at job searching, you must have a plan. Your plan should include human resource development class or classes, computer and job search classes, career readiness certificate, your CRC, Job Link Career Center, knowing thyself with self-assessments, such as experience, education, skills and abilities, values, interests and goals. People you know. You choose a job and research the company. Prepare and have your job search tools available, such as your resume, cover letter, career readiness certificate, and any accomplishments and or recommendations that may aid you in getting the job. Your qualifications should relate to the position that you are applying for with the prospective employer. Developing a job-winning resume, cover letter, and etc. can be accomplished in the HRD classroom or in the JobLink Career Center resource room. You want to conduct your job search by utilizing the following: HRD employability skill classes, JobLink Resource Room, Career Center job listings, Division of the Workforce Solution, Division of Employment Security, ESC, at www.ncworks.gov. Newsletters from trade or professional associations, as well as newspaper classification ads, penny savers or shoppers. Talking with previous coworkers, employers, friends, relatives, neighbors, and classmates. Temporary employment agencies, job fairs, and career day. The internet. Talking with members from the community organizations, social, hobby, and sports group, direct and indirect job listings, as well as making cold calls to employers. Human Resources Development, HRD. It is a program that is designed to train unemployed, underemployed, or dislocated adults in job-seeking skills and to assist them in upgrading their vocational skills, completing application forms, communication skills, letter writing, resume writing, career goal setting, and interviewing techniques. The ultimate goal of the HRD program is to train those who need help securing employment. There are classes such as computer job search classes dealing with resume, cover letter, application, and portfolio, keyboarding for employment classes, job search kit DWS classes, pathway to medical office employment, and more. Career Readiness Certificate, your CRC, which is North Carolina's Career Readiness Certificate, a portable credential that promotes skills and career development for individuals, and it confirms to employers that applicants possesses basic workplace skills in applied mathematics, reading for information, and locating for information. The JobLink Career Center. The JobLink Career Center provides comprehensive employment and training services for job seekers, training seekers, and employers in a convenient one-stop career center. Knowing thyself, self-assessments. For an example, with experience, you want to know what you can do for the employer. Education. Know what type of education is required for the position that you are applying for. Know the difference between skills and abilities. For skills, it's actual performance, and for abilities, it's the capacity to perform. For an example, ability to listen, so therefore, you have listening skills. as well as problem-solving skills and or the ability to multitask. Your values and interest. Values, it is what matters to you and what will aid you in keeping your job. Interest, it is what holds your attention, the job you care to do for the long haul. People you know. The most commonly used job search technique is to respond to advertised vacancies, both in print and electronically, while networking. Your network can also consist of family members, friends, classmates, professors, and electronic discussion groups. Choose an occupation and research the company. Researching the company will aid you in knowing how to dress for an interview or for the position. And it will also help you prepare informative questions as you learn something about the company's mission statement and the products that it makes. Completing a job application. An application is a document that gives a prospective employer insight on who you are and what you've done. It also tells them how neat and careful you are as an employee. It is almost a fact that if your application is crinkled and dirty, so is your work. If your application is clean and neat, so is your work. Example 1. When you begin to fill out an application and you write the last name where the first name should be, or vice versa, it tells the employer that you cannot read and follow directions, or you did not read to follow directions, or you do things your own way. It can be any number of things. But see, you left the employer in a situation as to where he or she had to assume who you are. Here's an example, second example. When you do not capitalize proper names and nouns, put periods and commas where they should be, then it may be that the employer had a better job offer paying more money, but changed his or her mind after viewing your application and you having so many grammatical errors. And then there's example 3, falsifying information on your application. This is one of the worst things that you can do. You want to remember, always, always be honest. Application preparedness. Picture this. You and another applicant entered the establishment at the same time and asked for a job application. You came prepared with all of the necessary tools needed to fill out your application. You were able to fill out your application within 30 to 60 minutes, which is excellent. On the other hand, the other applicant had to borrow a pen, and he or she began to fill out the application. And as they began to fill out the application, they had to stop the secretary from his or her work and ask to borrow the telephone directory, among other things. Now, who do you think will have a better opportunity at getting the job, and why? If I had the choice as an employer, I would take the candidate that is prepared. Being prepared tells me that he or she knows what it takes to get a job and get the job done. When you're job searching, these are the tools that you need to have with you. A pen, blue or black ink only. A resume data form or personal data form. Documents, for an example, your career readiness certificate, diploma, letters of recommendation, and any certificates that will aid you in getting the job. Your resume, your cover letter, social security number, unless you have it memorized, your driver's license for a picture ID, a list of 3 character references, including their name, address and contact information, and a list of 3 work references, including name, employer, address, and contact information, previous home address, and a pad for jotting down notes. These are the steps needed to filling out an application. You want to read the entire form carefully and answer each question truthfully. Always fill in the blanks completely, accurately, neatly, and to the best of your ability. Print or write clearly so that it is easy to read. Answer all questions, and answers should be brief and consistent. And you write does not apply or NA where it is not applicable. Check your answers for correct spelling, grammar, punctuation, completeness, and accuracy. Read the application first, especially for special instructions. If the application can be typed, then do so. Describe all of your skills and abilities. Do not leave any space blank unless required. Be honest. Transfer the following information from the resume data form to your application, which is your personal information such as your name, address, phone number, and social. If you do not have a phone number, have a number where messages can be left. Position desired, listed on your job announcement. Education and training, such as academic, vocational, and professional education in schools attended. Special job-related skills, training, license, and accomplishments. Employment history, your most recent job always goes first. References, always, always, always get permission from people that you will use as references. Don't give an expected salary. Always write open or negotiable unless you know the going rate for the position. Always make sure that you sign and date the application in the space where provided. If not, your application will become null and void. The interview. An interview is a conversation between you and the interviewer or interviewers. It is your time and opportunity to sell yourself. Tell the employer about your skills and abilities and how you can benefit the company. One important thing that you can do is carry 2 portfolios, one original and one copy. Give the copy to the employer, and as the employer flip through the portfolio, you can do the same. This is really advantageous when the interviewer asks questions about a particular document in your portfolio. You can answer the question without any hesitation. When the interview is over, please take the time to write down the names and titles of all of your interviewers. In this manner, you will have all information needed for follow-ups. Preparing for the interview. You want to know when, where, and the time you have to interview. Do not arrive too early or too late, and never take an audience with you to the interview, such as family and friends. Do not smoke at least 1 hour before the interview, and always brush your teeth as well as your tongue. When asked a question, do not over-answer. Get to the point in 1 to 2 minutes. Then listen to the interviewer. Do not over or underdress. Prepare questions for your interviewer that you gained through researching the company. Never speak negatively about your previous employer, and never start a conversation about salary until you have been offered the job. Interview tips restated. Your preparation for the interview should be: research the company, know where to go and how long it takes to get there. And during the interview, you want to always make sure that you greet the employer with a firm handshake. Make eye contact, smile, and try to relax, as well as be positive. Questions to expect from the interviewer. What is your greatest weakness? What are your strengths? Why did you leave your last job? What do you know about the type of work that we do? And why should we hire you? You also want to have questions for the interviewer. Here's one example. When do you expect to make a hiring decision? And also at the end of the interview, you want to thank the interviewers for their time. Make eye contact and firmly shake the interviewer's hands, and always send a thank you note. Job retention. On day one and going forward, be on time. Be a team player. Be that go-to person who does not mind helping out when needed. Be flexible. Be willing to go that extra mile. Always stay focused on your job. Always communicate with your employer. If you cannot be on the job, contact your employer ahead of time and explain why. Always be responsible, self-motivated, reliable, and honest. And have a great attitude at work. Follow-ups. Follow up the interview with a thank you letter. Employers regard this as evidence of your attention to detail, as well as indication of your final interest in the position. Success is when I hear you say, "I got the job." This concludes our HRD Steps to Success presentation. Again, I'm Josephine Wallace-Koonce, and thanks.